The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quality pickup from White, who really earned more time as the Bucs starter the back half of last season. Finished with close to 400 yards in the Bucs' final 8 games. Positioned himself as the leader in the backfield moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
You look at the Saints defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Down. Here's Jay Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Saints at 1 and 2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Carr to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he is going to have the Saints first down as he gets it. At 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
29. 29. Express.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. He's got room at the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Carr. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. Mayfield going to switch things up here. First down, here's White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They stay on the ground with White. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Play fake. Mayfield. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Zach Ball drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. For a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And the tight end goes in motion left. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Throwing his car on third down. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field, and really...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Pete Werner, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. There's Chris Olave. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And quickly, they get to the line. There's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's got a man. Complete. 39 yards there. A big one. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
7:34. Express. 6:37. Later 8. Find down. That's it.
Now Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on over
Both
to
teams going through their
Orlando
final
for Jonathan
halftime
Coachman
adjustments.
at our EA
We're about
Sports
ready to get back to
halftime
football.
report. Take it
and
away,
to bring you the
Coach.
second half from the Superdome. Let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. 0-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They go play action. Mayfield. And the Saints pressure gets it. Brought down for a sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
second down, and it's Kamara again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now it's the backup Winston. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
They'll go up the middle with White. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Opting to run again here with White. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Running out of the gun with White. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They run straight ahead here with White. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Mayfield. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Third and long for Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On third down, Winston. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Complete to Olave on the out route. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
A lot to defend on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Winston here to throw. He completes it to Olave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Ready.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Mayfield. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still broad day, live that way, drill that way, came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, 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 still that way. Eastside Johnny, pull up with the mob, real John Gotti. Grinding from the bottom, blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. With big body, block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of prize, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way, you ain't built that way. I been more in pain, way to broad day. Really short fuse, had a long day. Body like wow, like. Wait. You know I'm an Eastside, big TDE, step a whole rep, that. Top dog, since top ramen now, second lobster with a shrimp, big, put a ribbon on it, get you gift, rap, bet, that. Real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, 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 still that way.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the starters.
we are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
This is set up now to be the true beginning of Love's NFL career because he's finally out from under the shadow of Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay is giving him this season to prove he can be their starter. 4 years after he was drafted in the first round, we'll find out if Love is the next decade-long starter for the Green Bay Packers.
First down, going to the air with Love. He's able to find Melton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working out of the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Love. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. Love looking to throw it. He'll find the ball complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward,
they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bengals 6-yard line.
Love now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. B.J. Hill breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. That plays the fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline, there's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Packer pressure, and down he goes. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. 18 yards on the pickup there. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st down. Burrow will throw. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Now it's the backup Simeon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Simeon. That's complete right side to Asiasi. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And Jones has it over the middle. Well, the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now it's Simeon off the bootleg. Buying time to his left. Stiff it. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Trevor Simeon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to throw on second down. Clifford. And his throw here is incomplete. Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's Pat O'Donnell coming out for Green Bay on 4th down. Here's Williams to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball. And
will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's Browning. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It certainly feels like there are more scars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A good pickup there at 22.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
To throw, Browning. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds.
Touchdown, Bengals! Drew Sample from 4 yards out. And the Bengals add 6 to their lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the 4th-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. On the return is Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah,
and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Clifford under pressure. They got him again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
it's just been all-out pressure on this drive. They've already sacked him a couple of times, and now here he's just forced to chuck this one away.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A final shot before break. Browning dancing to his left. Fights through him. He's the bulldozer. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we all miss football in the offseason, but apparently not everybody missed halftime. We skip right over it. We get back to the action. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on first first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Browning. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the bootleg, Browning, and a catch right side by Evans. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. B.J. Hill make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd and 10, Browning forced out to his left. He stiff-arms it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the bootleg, Browning being chased out left. Shoves him away, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
On the move to his left. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off the bootleg. Browning flushed out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And this is caught by Evans. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 9-point game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Packers 1st down.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off the bootleg. Browning buying time to his left. There's the stiff arm. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Off the bootleg. Browning flush to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14 at the 49-yard line.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Browning sideline. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Off the bootleg, Browning. He's got his man in the crossing route. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Off the bootleg, Browning steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Dancing to his left. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. He completes it to Evans. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So the Packers down by 9. Just over 2 minutes to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clifford. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again. Clifford.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, Clifford. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Browning. He finds his target. It's Evans. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Off the bootleg. Browning. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Evans. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jake Browning taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a two-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that pressure gets to him again. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We don't switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way, richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You out of luck. Lay back, matte black, just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of Milky used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why they talking I'm overseas?
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies up.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a two-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I almost see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Colin Son.